Hi everyone. So the weather has taken a turn on us, and so for most of us, a lot of us, that means that we are in the mode for comfort foods or soups. Soups are a great thing to make because there's always leftovers. So even this soup recipe, my family can get 2, possibly 3 meals out of it just because soups you can make a lot, and they can, if you're pairing them up with other foods, they can you can stretch them out to be multiple meals. So the first one that we're going to do here is the sausage and potato soup. This is a super simple recipe, one that you could make out on the fly as you go. When you come home from work, quick throw it together. We are doing it as a freezer meal. Why would you do this one as a freezer meal if it's so easy, you may ask? If you have younger children at home that you sometimes would call home and have them start supper for you, this is one that you can have everything all together. There's no measuring except the water. That you could have a younger child start as you are on your way home from work, or maybe you have an older teenager who isn't really comfortable in the kitchen, or just happens to have a busy night, and you can call home and you can have your teenager start this one. So it's just a fun one to have on hand, super quick and easy, like I said, and very tasteful. So doing this one as a freezer meal, the sausage and potato soup, we are using our Perfectly Potato Cheddar Soup Mix. This one is just add water and simmer, but my family, we often will add things to this soup just to make it heartier, add some more flavoring to it. It's a great starter soup, in my opinion, for many things, recipes that you can do for your meals. So we're simply just taking the Perfectly Potato Cheddar Soup Mix and putting that into a quart-size bag. And then we are going to add the Wahoo chili. Typically, I do not feel that the Wahoo chili has any spice to it as far as heat, but when we made this recipe previously, I felt like the Wahoo chili really gave it a kick. So I am actually backing down on the amount that I'm going to use this time around. The recipe calls for 1 tablespoon, and if you like some zip and a little bit of heat, go ahead and use the full tablespoon. I'm going to use 2 teaspoons. And again, normally you see me using my lid as my measuring cup, but this time around I'm actually measuring. So I'm adding 2 teaspoons, or you can add 1 tablespoon to your dry Perfectly Potato Cheddar Soup Mix. So in this bag we just have our Wahoo chili and our soup mix, and we're going to seal that up real good. And then the sausage part. So I bought turkey sausage, which makes this one a little more on the healthy side. That's what the recipe calls for, but you can use any sausage in this recipe that you choose, and then just slice it up. So I have taken my 2 sausage rings, and I have just sliced them up into small sausage pieces to enjoy in the soup. And so once that is cut, you're going to put that into a quart-size freezer bag as well. Because it's my family, I can pick it off my counter and throw it in the bag. So then we have our sausage cut up nice and small rounds. They're thin, fairly thin, just to enjoy in your soup. So then what we're going to do is take our soup mix and our sausage, and we are going to put them together in our gallon Ziploc bag that we have labeled and dated. And when we're doing freezer meals, I don't recommend using the Ziploc bags that actually have the pull zipper. I have not had good luck with those sealing and staying sealed, and especially with soups, if you're using liquids, I've had issues with them leaking. So I do prefer to use the lock and seal, whatever you want to call it, zipper type bags. So again, we want to make sure that we have all of the air out of our bag. So I just push down on that and then seal that bag. And then we're going to put that into the freezer to serve at a later date. When you are preparing the soup, you're going to add your 6 cups of water. If you purchase the frozen kale, that frozen kale could go in this bag as well and go into the freezer all together. I choose to use fresh spinach when I make this soup, so I'm going to just keep that recipe available, and when I make this soup, then I'm going to add my spinach and my water all in one container and then just cook that up. And in about half an hour, then we will be able to enjoy the potato and sausage soup. So there you are, very quick, very easy, very tasty potato soup for you and your family. Enjoy!